The London Electricity Boards had a good year. Sales were up, costs were down, and tariffs were actually reduced twice, with prices pegged at the 1982 level. It's not a consumer watchdog's job to wag its tail too often, but the London Electricity Consultative Council had to admit that the LEB performance was quite impressive. They're less pleased, though, with the industry's wholesaler, the CEGB, the organisation responsible for generating electricity and selling it to the area boards. The watchdog claimed that because of inefficiencies and errors in financial forecasting, the CEGB plans to raise its bill, forcing the boards to forget price cuts and even consider price rises.
My council has clear evidence that the generating board a month ago was telling the area electricity boards, including London Electricity, that there would have to be increases in the bulk supply tariff this autumn. The bulk supply tariff forms 80% of every customer's electricity bill in this country.
What would it mean to the customer?
What it would mean to the London customer is that the possibility of a small rebate this winter will be wiped out, as I've said.
The CEGB admit they've had problems, but insist that talk of a price rise is scaremongering.
We've certainly taken no decision that we have to put prices up. We will do everything we can to keep them constant, as we have done for the last 3 years. That means, if we take inflation into account, electricity prices have gone down the equivalent of 15% in real terms over the last 4 years.
The LEB and other boards can make few long-term predictions about prices until they know for sure if electricity is going to cost them more. But they don't think a CEGB rise will seriously affect consumers.
Because we're doing well, if we have reasonable sales during the remainder of the year, and if the rise, any hypothetical rise in the bulk supply tariff is not too great, then we should be able to absorb that. But that's why we're reviewing the position in October.
You've done well. Would you resent a rise in the bulk tariff?
We resent any rises in our costs.
The consumers' watchdog reckon we'll only have to wait a few weeks before the CEGB backtrack and raise their prices. They're certain their scaremongering will prove to be justified. Paul Larsman, Thames News.